everyone is racing to adopt AI, but the reality is that many busy business executives are still asking what's an LLM exactly and what's a token and am I already behind? The irony is that the people responsible for leading AI transformation often don't feel safe admitting what they don't know. Page argues that successful AI adoption isn't about buying the newest tool or chasing the latest trend. It's about creating an environment where leaders can ask honest questions, connect AI to business strategy, and move through what she calls the messy middle.
Just a little bit of background. My background is learning and development. Did international training, leadership development for over 15 plus years. Got grounded after COVID, can't travel. So transitioned to doing virtual training. And I'm like, you know what? What do I want to do when I grow up? what do I want to do? So I decided to go back and do some adult learning methodologies and got more kind of entrenched in instructional design, which is e-learning, training methodologies, and so forth. Kind of kind of found a vein of learning science, and under the hood, I'm like, oh, this is my nerd side. This is completely everything I have wanted to do and have done. I just didn't know there were names to these theories and all of this, adult learning theories and so forth. And so started really getting into that around 2024. And then I was at a networking event and heard about prompt engineering and chat GPT for the first time. That was in March of 24. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know, but something about it just like had me. And I'm like, I've got to research and figure this out. And when I saw what it could do, it floored me. I'm like, this is going to be massive. This is the California gold rush of our era. This is like the electricity. This is like the car. I mean, this is going to be massive. And then I thought, there are going to need to be people to train around this. So I need to figure out how to train around AI to help people implement it in their industry. But first I need to figure out how are we going to do it in learning and development, because that's been a big thing too, is, how do we use this in our own industry? So I was really an innovator in that regard. I didn't know anybody else that was doing it. So I went down the deep rabbit trail of trying to figure that out. And that's when I realized, like, oh, what I do does completely connect with what the C-suite is trying to implement. I can't do learning objectives, and I can't ensure that this training is going to work unless it ties back to the ROI, unless it ties back to what they're wanting to do. Oftentimes, learning and development is seen as an expense. And what I see AI can do with learning and development is make it an asset. And so I want to flip that, but everybody has to be at the table in order to have those conversations and to make sure that the right questions are being asked as we break down those silos. And it's a journey. This has not been easy for anybody. I've been developing under a rock, developing training for about 18 months. I came up for air a couple of months ago, and I'm realizing the unlock with this is executives. They are the ones that have the domain expertise and the understanding of their organization. They can see the full strategy. They can see, like, oh, I need R&D to do this. I need L&D to do this. I need finance and marketing and sales. Okay, this is how this is gonna go, because that's their expertise. They sit in that place, and they also lead the charge. And so where we are, and what I'm really passionate about right now, is how do we unlock executives in a psychologically safe environment where they feel safe enough to say, I don't know what a token is. I have no idea what a open LLM is. What is an LLM again? Having the safe environment for them to talk through their concerns, their fears, where they feel threatened, and allowing them the space to go through what I call the messy middle of figuring out this fire hydrant of AI, to help them say, okay, what's the noise here? Okay, let's ignore that. Let's not get shiny tool syndrome here, because everybody wants to buy a tool. But let's work with you to figure out your strategy. You are the strategic leader. AI can be your strategic tool to amplify your work. And they're like, oh, like, yeah, it's not as fancy schmancy as a lot of people are saying. Let's just roll it back. Let's slow down. Let's create a safe place for you to figure out where you are. Let's get your footing. And that is when they finally understand the power that AI can have in their own work and also unlocking it for their organization.
If there's one lesson from today's conversation, it's this: AI implementation is ultimately a leadership challenge, not a technology challenge. The organizations that thrive won't necessarily be the ones with the biggest budgets or the newest tools. They'll be the ones where executives are willing to learn, teams are willing to experiment, and people feel psychologically safe enough to say, I don't know yet. When strategy comes first and technology follows, AI becomes more than automation. It becomes an amplifier of human potential. Thanks for listening. And if you are navigating change or amplifying potential, subscribe to this channel.